This is a story about a UFO encounter that radically shaped Japan's views on unidentified flying objects and continues to remain a mystery today. On the 25th of August 1972, a young boy from Kera, Japan was walking home from school when he stumbled upon something that would change his life forever. Hovering just above the ground, he spotted a small silver object darting through the sky. He had never seen anything like it before. Its movements were unnatural, defying every natural law that he understood. It zipped back and forth, stopping suddenly, then shot off at incredible speed, behaving in a way that no known earthly thing could. Over the following days and weeks, this boy and his friends would have more encounters with this mysterious UFO, and their sightings would become the foundation for one of the most bizarre UFO cases in Japan's history, the Kera UFO Incident. In order to understand this mystery, we need to go back to that warm August day when 13-year-old student Michio Seo was returning home from high school, following his normal routine. Michio, mesmerized by the sight, stood frozen in place, completely in awe of what he saw before him. He wasn't sure whether to feel happy, excited, scared, or nervous, but if there was one thing he felt, it was this intense curiosity for this otherworldly thing. However, as he approached the object, his curiosity quickly turned to terror. The object suddenly emitted a faint blue glow and shot a beam of light towards him. In sheer panic, Michio fled the scene, running all the way home without looking back. Although frightened, Michio couldn't get this experience out of his head. It was all he could think about. He was sure he had seen an unidentified flying object. This sudden obsession would later cause Michio and his friends to repeatedly attempt to capture, photograph, and even experiment on the UFO. The following day, Michio shared his incredible story with his friends, and they were immediately intrigued by his account. Eager to see the mysterious object for themselves, they decided to go and hunt for the UFO, hoping to catch a glimpse of this supernatural object. Soon after setting off, to their astonishment, the UFO had not disappeared. Instead, it returned to the same area near the rice fields, flying just as erratically as Michio had described. The boys, filled with excitement now, quickly devised a genius but equally stupid plan to catch the flying object: fishing nets. They began chasing it through the fields. The small silver craft seemed almost playful, slipping out of their reach time and time again. As it darted through the sky, it flew close enough to them to see its intricate details. It had a circular, grill-like bottom with ridges and 37 holes that resembled a drain or speaker. Surrounding the base were strange Japanese-style imprinted pictures that looked like waves, birds, and a fork-like trident shape. Seeing it up close changed everything for the boys. How can this object be extraterrestrial if it has Japanese-style pictures? If it's not a UFO, what is it? Who can possibly possess this sort of technology? A million thoughts raced through their minds. The UFO moved with incredible speed, zigzagging through the air, avoiding their nets, and after several failed attempts, they finally managed to catch the object. The boys cheered triumphantly as they examined their prize more closely. To their amazement, the object weighed around 1.3 kilograms and was 6 inches in diameter. It emitted a faint buzzing sound, as though some small machine were running inside. Despite its strange properties, after catching it, the boys began to wonder again. Was it just super advanced technology, or was it something far more mysterious? Having now captured the object, the boys immediately began experimenting on it. They shook it, hearing something rattle inside, and through the holes they could see what appeared to be radio-like parts. As they inspected what we'll now call the UFO, it seemed lifeless, as if its capture had deactivated whatever mechanism powered it. But the object was far from ordinary. At one point, the boys tried smashing it with a hammer, but it did absolutely nothing. It remained completely unscathed with not even a single scratch. It was as though the UFO was made of an otherworldly material. The boys continued to experiment on it. They filled it with water, but strangely, it didn't overflow. The object continued to defy their understanding of the world. Things became even stranger when, after placing the UFO under some pillows for safekeeping, the object mysteriously disappeared. The boys frantically searched for it, only to find it later, lying by the side of the road outside their house. But this wasn't the only time this happened. On another occasion, one of the boys, Hiroshi Mori, placed it in his backpack, only for the object to vanish while he was biking home. The small silver object kept disappearing, then reappearing, as if it were teleporting. What truly astonished them, however, was when the UFO emitted a bright glow from within, accompanied by a loud buzzing sound and a gooey paste from the bottom of the object, leaving the boys more confused than ever. When the boys reported their findings to their parents, they were met with skepticism, as you're likely feeling right now. To the adults, it sounded like an overactive imagination or some sort of elaborate prank. Hiroshi's father, who was both a school teacher and a chief science education officer, dismissed the UFO as nothing more than a vintage ashtray. In an attempt to debunk the boys' claims, he hit the object with a paperweight, but was surprised to hear a metallic sound similar to brass. Even then, he refused to take the boys' claims seriously, a decision he would later regret. Despite the doubt from adults, the boys remained convinced that the object was not from this planet. Its repeated disappearances, strange sounds, and glow had them convinced that they had found something beyond human understanding. Their claims gained more attention when they were interviewed by Mr. Junichi Yao, a prominent journalist and UFO researcher at the time. Yao took their story seriously and was impressed by the consistency in their accounts. He fully believed that what the boys had encountered was genuine. During one interview, it was revealed that the local government had instructed the boys to remain silent about the event. This gag order was allegedly issued to prevent public panic, but could it be possible that the Japanese government was trying to hide something? Many people dismiss UFO sightings as encounters with secret government technology hidden to avoid revealing their true capabilities. This explanation seems plausible in this case. Although the boys never saw the UFO again after its final disappearance in September 1972, the Kera UFO incident left a lasting impact on Japan's UFO research community. To this day, it remains one of the country's most famous UFO cases. Unlike many other sightings, the Kera UFO was not just observed from afar. It was captured, handled, and even experimented on. This level of interaction is rare in UFO cases, which typically involve distant sightings with little physical evidence. The boys who experienced the Kera UFO encounter grew up holding firmly to their story, maintaining that what they encountered was unlike anything they had ever seen before. While skeptics continue to argue that it may have been a toy or experimental technology, no definitive explanation has been found. The intricate details of the object, combined with its strange behavior, have led many UFO researchers to believe that this was a genuine encounter with something unknown. In the years following the incident, the Kera UFO has been referenced in documentaries, books, and radio programs, ensuring that it remains part of Japan's UFO lore. Researchers like Junichi Yao helped bring attention to the case, believing that it could be one of the most important UFO encounters of the era. Despite the skepticism, the Kera UFO remains a mystery that has yet to be fully explained. So, as we reflect on this mystery, we really should wonder, was this just an elaborate hoax by a group of conniving teens? Was it some sort of advanced government technology? Or was it something otherworldly, something beyond human understanding? I guess we'll never know. If you want to learn more about another mystery, watch this video on the Marfa Lights.